Chris from One Plan Bristol, and we're a local community group through community-based sustainability projects. And I'm going to talk to you about street markets and fairs. So we've got, this is North Street Fair here, and this is East Street Christmas Market. So that's a summer picture and that's a winter picture. And as you've kind of already heard, they're two quite different streets, but when it comes to sort of having a street market or street fair, sort of, you don't really need to explain to anyone. Everyone kind of has an understanding of what markets and fairs are about. And so it kind of came about because I was a local resident living close by, and street parties are very popular in Bristol. Lots of streets do them. And so I thought, well, why not give it a go? And I was just amazed at all the different things that just pop up. So I didn't know there was going to be a bouncing castle, so it just arrived on the day. Got fiddle groups and stuff, and just lots of things just pop up. So then I was sort of shopping up and down by sort of North Street, thinking, well, could you just do the same thing but on a high street? So it kind of sort of developed a bit from there. And that's where the street markets and street fairs came about. But at the beginning, Radio Bristol they were doing an interview in the morning, and one of the questions they asked was, how do you, on a high street, compete with supermarkets? And I thought it was a bit bizarre, so I just said, well, don't compete. So I realised there was not really an understanding of street markets, fairs, why they come about, and why they're sort of important. And as I started to sort of think about it more, I realised that this is just sort of it happens everywhere around the world. And I've always sort of gone to different markets and fairs. This one's Birmingham, 10 flapjacks for £1. And it's always kind of been ingrained that it's just what people do. And there's a sort of memory of that in everybody. It doesn't really matter who they are, young, old. Everyone knows about street markets. So that one's India at the top there. We've got one in Senegal, Africa. We've got Birmingham. And that one is Central America somewhere. So you can just sort of see from that what they're all about. They're all about people. It's a bit chaotic. Got a bit more produce down here. And yeah, so they're about sort of celebrating. There's a lot of C words in there, but I don't know why. Celebration, so that's sort of fairs, commerce and trade, bringing together different cultures. So you have like indigenous people in some countries come to market. Maybe the only time they kind of see other people. In the UK, for example, you'll get people that have never met other people just mixing and merging on the local high street. Creativity with all the arts. And collaboration, so this was where they said about how do you compete with the supermarkets. And there's always a sense of you always compete with everything, but we're not so good at understanding about collaboration. And then the community that's already there, and just sort of bringing it together and making it more visible. And then we kind of got a bit, we lost what sort of a market and a fair was all about, really. And we started sort of doing more profit-driven things. The idea that the bigger the better. It's all about competing and efficiency. And yeah, they just sort of, they work. There's nothing sort of wrong with them. It's just that there's something that was originally there in the street markets that maybe has been lost in many of these things that many people kind of have. So it's sort of about reconnecting with what's important. And there's an economist called Fritz Schumacher who wrote a great book called Small is Beautiful. And it's sort of coming about again more now with sort of big society and all that sort of stuff. Which is just that it's about appropriate scales of different things. So this is choir, and what I quite love about this is you can't really tell who's in the choir and who's not in the choir. So who's listening and who's singing. And you don't necessarily, there's a stage here, so they sort of vaguely stand there, but everyone just sort of self-organises, and there's no sort of control of where the audience and things are. It just happens and it comes about. Some other things are important. So in London, you've got the London Eye. So we've got a little fairground operator. This is the Penny Eye. The kids love that. And yeah. And then you've got dancing. So I think dancing was mentioned earlier. This is a Morris group. Just dancing away on North Street. And you can't really see that picture very well, but that's another local choir as well. Just singing with a sort of 70 and then obviously the heart of it is stalls and trade. And the nice thing is that we initially are quite worried about how it all interplays with the shops. But this is a good sort of example of collaboration rather than competition, that they all enhance each other. So and you've got all sorts of variety of things. You've got cakes and people selling, I don't know what that is, but you kind of get a whole mixture of different stuff, and the street just fills up. People just arrive and come because that's what they do. And I just wanted to finish with this one because it's a good example of a sort of emergent property and the inclusivity of a high street. So this woman, I don't know who she is, but she's always kind of hanging around the local cafes and stuff. And this is like a music box thing, and they just came down with this big music box and thought they'd stick it outside a charity shop. And they loved it, they had a great time, and everyone else had a great time. And that's the sort of thing that happens when you just open a high street, and obviously it's not that chaotic, it is organised as well. The sort of things that come along and the different ages that are taken on. So yeah, that is Wall Street and East Street Market.